DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, you might realize that I'm doing a tree vlog, and for a few of you who are still following, you might remember that last year I didn't do a tree vlog. One of the reasons is that because my dad passed away in the spring, I actually had not got to trimming the trees, and when I came back and everything, it was too late, so I just let it go. So I skipped last year's tree vlog. So we're about a year later. We're in the 1st of February. So my dad passed away March 1st. And we have a rather atypical year because the snow hasn't come yet. It will eventually, but it is true that we haven't had any real, let's say that much or more, lasting snow. We've had a few little snowfalls which actually melted in the day or something like that. So I hope that you're all well. I'm a little bit higher up in the tree right now, but I've got a little bit still to do over there, and I just don't have quite the reach that I need. So I'm going to have to move the ladder over and try and get to it. Because, you know, I'm in a hill here, so I have to prop the ladder up. And, you know, to be safe, I'm certainly not going to bend over and risk to have the ladder move. So if any of you are wondering if I'm playing it safe, yeah, I'm playing it as safe as I can. I do not go into the ladders if there's rain or if there's wind, you know. And try not to reach out too far. I really don't. But, you know, there's never a zero risk, is there? Yeah. That's probably the way life is, isn't there? There never is a zero risk. I was thinking about that when I was out today and looking at people walking along and everything. And there were some rather elderly people that looked, you know, rather frail. But they were walking along and you could see that they were happy. And then you had some younger people, you know, really fully into health and everything. And they just looked miserable. And they acted miserable. And, you know, I know some people might say it's not only attitude, but there is a lot about attitude, I guess. And of course, you know, there's the financial thing. I mean, people have to realize, I mean, if you get to a certain age, elderly or young, the two extremes, usually the financial side is really not as good, and that is something, you know, that, you know, one takes into account. Hobbies is another thing, and again, hobbies can be expensive. I guess that one has to think, you know, what your hobby should be, or, you know, fix it up in a way that, you know, there's no real expenses later on in life. I don't know, anyway, you know what I mean. It's that really, all of you who are, you know, coming up slowly to retirement, or even, you know, in difficult situations when you're without money, you've got to, sometimes there's just no way out. So you've got to make life in a way that, you know, little enjoyable moments count. Now that's easy to preach, isn't it? It really is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing this tree. Some people might say, well, how long are you going to climb in this ladder? Well, I was going to say probably a few more years, and then, you know, I'm not worried about the heights as long as, you know, I'm secured. But I do realize, you know, that a fall, especially at a certain age, you know, will make a difference. That's a nice way to put it, isn't it? So yeah, I'm wondering if Mrs. DC will, you know, drive in any moment. Lately, I've been making a lot of vlogs when she's away at work, actually. It just seems that now, especially with February coming, she didn't have such a big January, but she's going to have a really big February as far as work is concerned. So sometimes in these tree vlogs, I made some really, you know, heavy subjects. Probably not really, like I say this time, I talked about one or two things. But I guess mostly it's just to say hello and to say that the tree vlogs are not stopped yet. I'll continue as long as I can, and I guess that'll be it. I gotta continue my work. I do want to have it done before Mrs. DC comes back for lunch. So that'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have you look down a little bit. And that's it. Take care. Bye-bye. I'm gonna find the button. Here it is.